Okay, welcome to tonight's session. We couldn't have this session last night because of technical glitches, but I think we're good now. We're going to create a project plan, and we're going to use a tool or a software called Project Libre to do that. So, if you want to follow me, you've got the document I'm going to work on. So, but before I move to Project Libre, let us look at the document I've shared. Okay, I think my system is good now. Okay, I move to this document. That's what we are going to use. I told you guys the first, if we had created a work breakdown structure, is going to be a blueprint for us to create a project plan. And this is a sample of work breakdown structure, which I later then extended. I added dates, added duration for each task, and assigned resources and predecessors. But this is what we're going to do in Project Libre. So if you don't have all these other things, no problem. The main thing is we're starting from here, down here. So the stages and the task name, that is what matters to us. Yeah. Okay. Call it initiate. Yeah. This is initiate here. And come over here. Add another one. Call it planning. Yeah, planning. Just to make my work easy for me. And let me add another row. And I'll call it execute. And come down here. Hang on. Okay. So this is the, I call it tax sheets here. We have two sheets here. To look, this is task sheet and this is a resource table. So that is how I work. I create two sheet. One is a task sheet and one is a resource table. And how I plan to do it is from here, I state everything I plan to do here. You see, we have a total of 10,000 budget and the working capital is 7,000 and we're going to keep 3,000 as a contingency, and then we'll have a duration of 3 months, and with the working duration is going to be 2 months, so 1 month is going to be for contingency. And then our hourly rate, we decided to looking at the amount of tax we have here, and we have a working capital of this. We'll try to find out the hourly rate that is going to match this 7,000 within the amount of period we have, and we have for £4.6. So that is it. So that is what we're going to be using per hour across all the resources. If you want, you can increase some and reduce some. It's flexible. So what I'm planning is to make sure that I don't exceed 7,000. So that if I must exceed 7,000, it must be a critical situation where we can fall back on this rest of the 3,000. So with this, we have human resources. Here we have project manager. This is what the project manager is meant to do here, and this is the duration, and this is what we plan to pay the project manager. This is business analyst. This is what business analyst will be doing, and this is for this duration, and this is what we plan to pay. And this is developer. This is what developers are going to be doing for this period of 2 months, and for a period of 2 months at this cost, and you see what they are earning per month. And this is the material. So the material we have here is CRM licensing, and for any of these two, we choose any of them. Is going to, we already choose selected Dynamics 365 for duration of 1 year, and there is a fixed price of or cost of $1,000. So this is what we plan to achieve, but we need to create this using Project Libre, so that is more professional. So that's it. So for me, it's important to try to work out everything, break it down before you even start going to the planner to start planning. So for me to go to the planner, we'll just come over here. You have downloaded it. Yeah. If you have downloaded it, open it up. This is Project Libre. And yeah, you just click this, close, and it will give you this small dialog box. In this dialog box, if you want to open a project you are already working on, you want to continue from where you stopped last time, all you need to do is click on open project and you browse the project and you start working. But if you don't have any project at all, you create a new project, and this is where you create a new project. Click here to create a new project, and you create the project name. So here is B365 CRM implementation. And the project manager here is me. You can put your name if you are. And the start date is first day of July. You can write any notes you are, or if you want, also a comment, and you click OK. And here you see it has created an environment for me to start planning. And if you look at this, you see D365 implementation. This is the project. And I want to expand it. Click on expand. So yeah, this is it. From here, we need to start bringing all the activities we are going to be working on. And then from here, every activity, you see it here. Yeah. Every activity have name and start date and finish date and predecessor and result name. Yeah. So that's it. So what I need to do now is to go start getting the names here. Yeah. And after creating this, the next thing we need to do is to add the duration for every of them. So like I've said that already. So I'll move to here, my tax sheet from my work breakdown structure, and I'll get all these tags in here, all of them. And yeah. So Okay, so I'll start from here. I'll copy everything. If you like, you can start typing them one after the other, one by one. But I want to do it by bulk. I'll copy. I use a Control C to pick it. And then I go back to this place. And here. So I need to paste it here. So let me select all these things. As I want to select, I use control button. I hold control and I'll be selecting. I'm highlighting much as I can where I'm going to post all this, and yeah. All right. I think I've selected enough. And I'll use Control V to paste. All right. You see, yeah. So you see, I've created all these, I've posted everything here. So it will save me the time of time for me to come here and start writing one after the other. I'll just copy everything and paste. And yeah, you see all these things are it's like a Excel document. Most of these softwares are created out of Excel. Excel is very powerful, you know. You see, so you know, once you add a task in this project Libre or any other project, it will automatically assign one day. It will assign one day. So it's left for you to edit and assign the number of days you wanted. If you want 2 days, for instance, you want this identify stakeholders. If you want to do it in 1 day, if you want to do it in 2 days, you know how much you are going to do. You've already planned it outside here. So yeah. And it will equally put the same day is the same day you finish. So that's it. But here you can see that even on initiate, which is a stage, it assigned a day. So what we need to do is that we need to make these key stages to stand out. And we're going to use what we call indents. This indent or outdents to do that. So we select all the items under initiate stage and we indent it. So I'm going to do that, control this, yeah, and I will move to here and I'll say indent, and you can see this is now the main category. Is no longer a tax. You see, this 1 day is gone. It's no longer, yeah. So you can't count this as the any day, any working day. Is a stage. And that's it. You see, yeah. So this is what we need to achieve under this. And we come over here again under planning. We'll have one item under planning, and that is system design. We indent it again. And we come under execute. execute all the items under execute. We indent again. We indent it again. We then come to closure. All the items under closure, and we indent again. Yeah. Does it now looks like the work we have in our work breakdown structure? Yeah. Are we following?
No. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who is sleeping here? Who is working with me, by the way?
I'm
We are
trying
awake,
to.
sir.
Hmm? Doris, are you working with me?
No, because I'm not with my system. I'm on the road.
Okay. Ego, are you working with me?
I'm trying to. I just started.
Okay. What of others? Yep. Everybody try to follow. Mr. Paul.
I'm using my phone at the moment, so I'll do it later.
Okay. Paul. Zara. Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay, let's move. Yeah, let's go back and continue with okay, now um okay, let's see. And, okay, let's start assigning number of days. How many days? Okay, I don't know how many of you are following, but for identifying stakeholders and their expectations, we say it's 3 days, project kickoff 2 days, and requirement gathering 14 days. Okay, 3 to 14, according to our, yeah, say 3 to 14, 7, yeah, 7, 3. Yeah. So it's up to you. You decide how many days it can be done. This requirement gathering, we can, after a meeting, it's up to you and your team, and say this is too much. 14 days is too much for requirement gathering and analysis. We can do it in 7 days. It's up to you. Solution, selection, and business case, you can say, no, it's too small. Let's do it in 10 days. It's up to you. So I just want you to understand that all these are flexible. All these figures are number of days is flexible. It's just for teaching purposes. You and your team need to understand what works best, how many days they feel they can do a task. You shouldn't be imposing. It should be a meeting, a brainstorming meeting where everybody should be able to. That's why if you are creating a project plan like this, if you have a team already you are working with, it's important. Yes, you are the one creating it, but for you to get accurate, for your project plan to be very close to accurate, involve your team. Okay, let's say system design. How many days the business analyst is saying? Say system design is 14 days. 14 days, because system design. You know what I did here? I just wanted this to be fast. If you come over here, look at this, our you see this defined stage. That is what we call system design. What I did is I compressed both product backlog and user story, create use case diagram, create wireframe, test cases. I compress all of them together and give it a name called system or solution design. So all these activities can come under it, that system design. Yeah. So that you don't get confused. And everything here, I compress it as well. So yeah. And that's it. Under this requirements, facilitate initial requirement gathering, document and model requirements, requirement analysis. I compress it together and give it requirement gathering and analysis. And that's why it's longer days. So, but if you are creating your own and want it to be more detailed, you can break all of them down. See here, requirement gathering and analysis, you can break them down into requirement gathering, requirement documentation, requirement modeling, yeah, and that's it. So then we have execute stage, we have customization, and this for developers we say is 22 days, give it 22 days, and testing 15 days, 22 days. And testing is 15 days. Six. And then we'll have C deployment. Deployment is 4 days. Okay, I jump this is 15. 6.
6, 4.
And 4. Yeah. And The rest will have closure, which is 2132. So 132. So that is it. Here you see we've apportioned yeah. So that's it. So now the next thing we have to do is to create predecessors. Predecessors is important to know predecessors. That will help us to know the critical parts, dependencies. If we are being part of our um, read lesson, you remember dependencies. That is the main reason why we need to know all the predecessors. So we know which activity is depending on which activity. And we'll come here and see here the first one here is identify stakeholders. So identify stakeholders. Does this identify stakeholders have any predecessor? Anyone? Any predecessor?
No.
Okay, so that means that is number one. So then the next one is project kickoff meeting. Project kickoff meeting. And what is the predecessor of the project kickoff meeting?
Identifying stakeholders.
What is the number? The number we're looking at these numbers. It should be this as well.
One.
Is it one that is written there? Is
Yes, it's one.
Is not one. Initiate stage here is a one. So
Okay.
so this is
Okay. Two.
this is two.
Okay.
And here, okay. So
Three.
can you see how it connects on this Gantt, on this this is what we call Gantt chart. Yeah, Gantt chart. So and you see connection here. And what is the predecessor of this requirement gathering? What? Which number? All right. And then predecessor for
So is there any way you could increase the fonts of Project Libre?
no.
Okay.
I've expanded the whole if it's on my browser, I would have let's see if I can zoom out. No. Sorry, I have to reset the screen of my these things out of the troubleshooting. But I know, are you the only one struggling? Are you people, everybody struggling to see what I'm doing?
I'm also struggling, sir.
I'm using phone, so I don't know if it will be different if I use the laptop.
Sorry, there's nothing I can do now. Okay. Then the predecessor of this is 4. 4. And then the predecessor of project charter is 5. And that's it. And do we need a predecessor here? This is not a tax, it's a stage, so it's not an activity. So we jump this and come to this. So the predecessor of this, number 8, which is system design, is 6. Yes, thank you. 6. 6. Well, it's not 7 because 7 is a stage, it's not a task. And then we jump again to customization. The predecessor of customization is 8. So put 8 here. And testing, the predecessor of testing is 10. And the predecessor of user training is 11.
Hello, Jean, I'm here.
And predecessor of
Is that okay?
user training is 12. Give it 12. And then we'll jump this one because it's a stage, not a task. Come to number 15. The predecessor of this 15 is 13. Predecessor.
Stop pressing it, I'm here. What are you pressing it
It's
for?
not 14. 14 is,
I'm here.
so it's predecessor of
Tell me what you need so I can give it to you.
Paul, please put yourself on mute. Predecessor of
Huh? What do you need?
Mr. Paul, please put yourself on mute.
What? Maybe the fan is more closer to you. Is the fan getting to you? Is it getting to you? Yeah?
Okay. And predecessor of 16 is 15. And the predecessor of 17 is 16. So 16. And that's it. Yeah. So if we look at, you see how it's flowing. There's our Gantt chart. You see, yeah, everything is flowing. And then the next thing is to assign resources. But before we assign resources, we need to create the resources that we need to assign, and we've not done that. So we'll come to here and create. You see, we've been working on tax. This is tax sheet. This is what we call tax sheet. Then for us to create a resource, we'll come here and create resources. Yeah, that is resource. Then we'll come down to resource here. That's where we'll see the resource table. And yeah, this is resource table. And we type name of all the resources we want to work with. We already have our own resource table, which I told you guys when we were starting. And then if you come here, you see it. I click on it. The next sheet here is resource table. And these are the resources. Resource can be human resources. It can be material resource. So to that, say you can type it or you can just have these resources and come over here and so have the resources here, and all the resources here you say resource type. This is resource type. So when is human resources is called work. So the only one here we need to change here is software licenses, not also. Click on this, we select material. It's material resource. So, and here you can, this is what we call a resource RBS. Can anybody tell us what that means? It's called resource breakdown structure. Yeah, so we don't need to write anything here. So we have resources here, and yeah, you can put their emails to a project manager. It's up to you, but it's not that compulsory. The main thing we are here, the main important thing is for us to decide how much we are going to pay in all these people. How much are we paying them? And we've decided we're going to pay them a flat rate. That's what we agreed on in our meeting. So if you go there, you see we already agreed on 4. Yeah, that's what we agreed. 4.63 flat rates. 4.6 3. One is per hour. Sorry. Okay, it's showing dollars. We can, if you want to change it, so select the currency you want, you go to the setting and do that. Yeah, from the setting. And choose a currency you want to. So if you come over here as well, is say 4.63 and 4.63, and this one is 1,000 And yeah, that's it. And we agreed on overtime. It's up to you people. It's up to you to agree on overtime. If there is overtime, how much are you willing to pay a group? It's part of the resource planning. In our own case here, we agreed it's going to be 6.95. For instance, if we choose for them to work on weekend, we say that everybody should be coming on Friday, on Saturday and Sunday, because it's a special day, weekend. They're making sacrifices. So that's what I mean over time. Or yeah, that is here. Or if we say we're closing, let me know who is Paul. Why are you this way, Mr. Paul?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Before you put it on, I put it on mute. You put it on again. You want us to be following what is going on in your class. You don't know this is a classroom and you are disturbing other people.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And yeah, so this is the overtime. If we are closing by 5 o'clock and we say everybody stay to back for another 2 hours so that we can push, means that after that 5, we can start paying, since that's what overtime means. So it's part of the things to capture while planning this. So 6.95. This 0.95, 6.95, and 6.95. Yeah. So that is the rate here, and here we assume everybody is working at optimum capacity. So what means here is that nobody is working part-time. If somebody is working part-time, we can come here and say, maybe if the project manager here is a part-time project manager who doesn't work full-time, we can just say in this project, this guy is going to be working on 50%, say 50%. 50%. So you see, so what they are going to earn, so that's 50%, means that maybe you just working 2 days in a week, or you just come to work from 9 to 12, it's gone. So, but if it's full standard, then just keep it to 100%. That's the full capacity, 100%. So now, this thing is getting ready for, yeah. This one you can put just where you group these people. This like say management analysis developer or license, or we can add it or can it's not that important. Yeah, because Yeah. That's it. These emails, they are not that important. If you think it's important, you can just put their email. You can say PM at monify.com and say BA at monify.com. You can come to developers and say dev at monify.com. And this is licensing, so licensing is not, it doesn't have an email address. Yeah. So this, what we're captured, this is the main thing we are looking for in our this thing. Yeah. So you see here, everybody's working on standard calendar. Yeah. So now we have a resource table. It's time for us to assign resources. We already have our resources here and have their, so yeah. If you are the PM, it's up to you. If you want this, if you want the PM to earn more than BA, you can increase PM to maybe £6 and if you want to observe minimum wage, you can push it from £4 to £15 or 50, or I mean £12. So it's left for you to know how you want to pay workers. Okay. We go back to our tax sheet. Tax sheet here. We've created resource. So now we can assign resource to our tax because we have resources already here in our resource table. So we come back here. Let's see. Come back here. Then we'll go to Gantt chart. Yeah, we're back. And then start assigning resources. To assign resources, there are two ways. We can double click here and assign resources. We can come here and assign resources. You can click on this and we'll assign resources from here. If I click on this, you see a drop box will appear. And you know, you've done your asymmetry, so you know who owns all these activities. You know who is responsible for all these activities. You've done your asymmetries, so you assign it to them. So identify stakeholders and the expectations. We can equally assign multiple resource to one task, so it's allowed. We come here, we say this so it's prison project manager is oh, yeah. and we click assign. You see it assigned here already, and you close. You come to kickoff meeting. Like I say, you can assign from here, or you can double click on this cell. So let me double click. Now you go to resource here, and from here, see, and you assign, and that's it. If you want to remove, you remove it from here. If you want to replace it, you can replace it as well. And yeah, to close it. So that's how you can assign it, either by, so the next one here is requirement, which is BA. And software selection and business case, CBA. Yeah. And project charter, sign the project manager. And then come to this system design. We say BA, sign, and we'll come to customization. You say dev. Yeah. Testing, and have user training. And we'll have deployment. So on this testing, you can see everybody here is involved in this testing, not only BA, it's BA and developers. And the user training is project manager, so it's combined. So this we're going to testing here. So we need to assign developer as well. So we have to resource people and training. Here we add project manager and we assign, and deployment. How many people involved in deployment? Developer and project manager. Yeah, ordinary business analyst should be part of it. And client acceptance as BA, and project manager. And post-implementation review. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. Are we missing anything here? Okay. Come here. You look at, let's see. You see it here. That's the flow. That's the network, and you can see here in each stage, that is each stage, duration, when each stage is starting and finishing, planning, when planning is 14 days, when it's plan starting and finishing, when execute starting and finishing, and yeah. So come here. This is work breakdown structure. So as looking at the work breakdown structure we have here, on initiate stage, you see the breakdown, you see the total cost, initiate, and see how much we are spending on each item. See, identify stakeholders, and this is how much, this is this, and this is this, and this is this is with cost, this is project tracker with cost, and yeah. So we can see the breakdown of everything here with the associated costs, and you come here, you see tax usage, as it's here, and you see what it's looking like. Nothing is done yet, and yeah. Yeah, so I've come to resource breakdown structure. As here, this is what we're paying project manager on this project. This is what we're paying business analyst on this project. This is what we're paying developer. And this is for license. I was expecting for anyone of you to tell me that we didn't capture software licensing in our task schedule. So as you can see, is 0. We've not captured it. I wanted to see if anybody can spot it, but none of you. So, and the resource usage, yeah, we've not done anything yet, and yeah, and then and project, we have only one project here. That is the project. Yeah. So we don't have any other projects here. And report. This is a report so far. Nothing to capture in the report, but you see. You see, it can equally generate a report for you. But there's nothing to show now. We've not done anything. And yeah. So this is project Libre for you. It captures enough based on a free tools. like this. It's free, so gives us a lot based on that is free. And before we start any project, after creating a project plan, before we start, we come here and create a baseline. Yeah, create a baseline and you save. Entire project, you save it. You can select, you can have up to how many baseline. So what does this mean? Up to 10 baseline means you can modify this project plan up to 10 times. Anytime you modify it, you create a baseline. So it's kind of version control. If you want to say, after planning this, you want to save, you just come select one, baseline one. That is version 1, version 2, version 3. And yeah, that's how it works. And you can clear, after creating a baseline, you can equally come here and clear the baseline. Yeah. And that's it for now. That is a project plan we've created. So we've mixed one item. Yeah. Yeah. So one day, give it 1 day. And yeah. So we need to update because we've added a tax here. So under this is going to be 8 here, 8. And this one is going to be 9 now. It's going to be 10. And customization. Mm-mm. Is it in order? Are we following?
Yes, sir.
I added a new task here, and that is software license, procurement of software license. And we need to assign resources as well. So, this is where, who is the person that are going to buy this? Let's say project manager is going to buy this. And who is another person? The cost. We need to capture the cost as well. No, yeah, software licensing, and that's it. Yeah, and that's it. Is it looking better now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go back to resource breakdown structure. And you can see now under cost-ware license, we've captured this. Can you see it was 0 before? But now we've captured this, and that's it. Yeah. And how much we have, we see here all our resources, the way we spend the whole money given to us. So if we want to check if check this as 1,000 and fraction plus 2,000 and fraction and 1,000 and fraction and 1,000. How much is it? So it should be around 6, it's around 5,000 something. Is that? That is how much. So we are within our budget. So if we feel that the budget is too conservative and is going to affect staff morale, if they are not going to be happy, this is too, we have 10,000 to spend and we just ended up spending around 5,000, which is 5,000 within our working capital, which is okay. If we feel we are very conservative in this, and we can go back to resource table and say, okay, to make these guys happy, we can increase the rates to maybe £7 or, well, we still make sure that it's within the budget. So it's not something, so you keep on, refining your budget, looking at staff morale and things and that. Yeah. But if this is in a case where you determine, they give you budget, you determine how much you pay, and yeah, some cases they'll give you this amount. So if you need more people, all you need to do is you contact HR. You tell HR you need one more developer, and what you are willing to pay is £10 an hour. And the HR, you give the HR all the specification. That is all these jobs we are seeing. That is how it's done. Project managers, they will do that. But in some cases, you find out that more especially if you are a contract project manager who are just coming, they just want they plan everything inside, or have a senior project manager or program manager who have planned everything, the cost and everything for you just to follow up and monitor the project. But if you are given opportunity to manage a project from the scratch and determine everything, this is how you do it. This is how you determine how much you pay in your plan, looking at your contingency. See here, we already plan mapped out how much. That is the budget. This is how much this is working. So everything we are working is we are trying to make sure that it doesn't go above 7,000. Anything that will make it to go above 7,000 must be something very critical that will fall within 3,000. So within our project, we are still cruising around 5,000 something. So if we want to be a bit liberal, we can push it a bit more to be around this 7,000, and so that people will be happier. And that's it. Well, it's better to start from conservative aspects before. Don't start from paying 20,000 per hour. You see, you have announced to your team. People know they're already getting 20. After 1 month, you tell them that we can't pay. And because of that, we are going to be paying $7 an hour now. People are going to leave. They are not going to be happy, and they will leave you. But if you start from we are paying $7 or $5 an hour, some people will say want to work for you. But when you start from $7, you start paying them $8. You see their morale. Some of them will even want to kill themselves to make you happy. So that's it. So that is the project plan we've created. It's easy. You can see if you planned it very well, it's going to be easy for you. But if you not plan, just jump in here and be creating from your head, it's going to be difficult. So make sure you have a blueprint where you are working from here, and that is where the work breakdown. So if you have a good, beautiful work breakdown structure, it's going to be easy for you. And you seeing the Gantt chart as it's flowing within the Gantt chart, every task you see who is doing that within the Gantt chart as well. And that's it. So yeah, if you have question, you can ask your question now. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's about the date, the start date. Do we use the date we created this project plan, or do we use the dates when we were given the project brief?
You use the date when the project started. So that's when we are going to. You need to capture everything that, because if you don't use if you use the date on the day you created this, what about the money you've spent already? You need to capture everything. So it has to be the date this project starts. Yeah.
Okay, so we could amend this start date.
Yeah, you can make it to reflect the actual start date.
Okay.
But you make sure everything that is already captured, yeah, it will be captured that they've already, the work is already done. So till this date.
Then also about the budget, the project brief, I don't think we were actually given an actual figure for the budget.
Yeah, before you start creating, that is from the beginning. If you go there, you say you can sit down and decide the budget. I said equally, you can be given a budget, or you people they can sit down and decide how much it's going to cost with the project sponsor. So it's not static. It's flexible. So some of the things you don't see there, you you push to have a meeting to get it done. If there is no budget, yes, a project can start without a budget. But before anything starts, you need to iron it out, because somebody is paid right from the day you started already paying you. So that's why you have to. And more people are joining. Is part of the project budget. So it has to be done. The budget needs to be, if there is no budget, then it means the team, you, the project manager, will have to sit with the stakeholder and decide the budget. These are part of the various meetings we are going to be having with stakeholders. Any of these things, then you do it. If there is no project chapter, and when you join, you create it. These are some of the things you have to be doing. Everything is not straightforward like that.
Okay, now that you've given us a budget of £10,000, I could see CRM licensing for a 1-year license, £1,000 fixed. But there's no CRM license that is £1,000. So how do we go around that?
Then
Because
you capture it. You can see one line for one. What do you mean you can't say CRM license for 1 year fixed? What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm talking of implementation and then the licensing and everything.
Implementation, and what are you doing? Well, at the moment, what are you doing?
CRM implementation.
So what do you mean implementation and the licensing? That is the cost we are going to pay to buy the license.
Mm-hmm.
Are you not getting it? Can anybody answer? Any of you are misunderstanding this, or is it only here? These are some of the costs, things you need to buy to finish this project. You need to buy a license. Well, there's all these softwares, they have 1-year license, they have pay-as-go license. It depends on how many people you want to buy for. So how do you mean that the 1-year license you can never see a CRM system? That is the cost of license. That is not cost of implementation. The money they are paying you, paying developers, these are the cost of implementation. Are we still confused?
No, thank you.
No, sir.
Okay, you have question? Doris, you got a question?
No, sir, it's clear.
So yeah. So how many of us are struggling to create this till the stage we find ourselves? Okay. You know, the problem we're going to have is once we start feeling that this is like here, all these things here is for you to play around, manipulate the way, change things, remove things. That's why here you see this license, you can forget something, you come and add it up. If there's something you think you can remove it. That is how to play. If you feel this project manager is not shouldn't be part of this, you can come here and remove, highlight and remove, and remove. Now you remove. You can add again. You can even add project if you want this to be part of it. When you want everybody to be part of it, you can highlight and add everybody. You see, everybody is now part of this buying of license. If you feel like everybody shouldn't be part of it, you can remove whoever I want to remove. And so it's not I'm playing around, it's just a software. So, and use this is called indentation and outdentation to create a category and subcategory to subcategorize activities. So it's gradually, just start from here, you master it, and from here you can even learn more. Okay. That is where we are ending it for tonight. Yeah. I think tonight we've created the project plan with resource allocation. Yeah. And that is very vital as your duty as a project manager. So this is important. I want everybody to create this. I'm not be following at but there are some activities. This one I want to see at work. Everybody needs to create this individually. I don't want this created as a group. You can have a group meeting to discuss challenges, but everybody must submit their own project plan.
Okay, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you all for active engagement and yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.